Suame Interchange, MVP promises some of my 5 interchange to Ashanti region. We have mentioned no more plan. Chama won't to me by a press conference. Say, Omoya Train Ashanti Mayedi. And your President Akufo-Addo say, Omoya Suame Interchange. As some was a kaya, every tree has soon be basing in the entire says. Or catch it almost says, almost the same for the end of the Guokrama as Antiman who say. Bibi cost so now so they are travel moment.
Yeah.
And what they meant from the onset, you say, they didn't have a clear plan for Suame Interchange. You know, it was just a political gimmick to win the votes. And it's Anka Sika, Anka, I was in this year, Omoakohene Parliament, Ekoji approvals, you know, and Komo and uses a Sika for a difference. And you can abaya. Amoakohene, especially in these projects, I am say, pointy fingers. Because at the end of the day, President Bekati so can also be 2024.
Yeah.
And which meant to say, within that space, Ghana voted to me, they could have completed it before even leaving power. Our president decided to say, you make sure, say, the truth of the matter. Road Minister Beckham wants him last week. I had done it and said, some baby, say, Sika wa hui. Ain't mean see for ni bit me see true. Yen change design, yen change BBA. Ye see true no, na easy traffic no. Na me ya adomo in additional money and yet day iPhone account. Because at the end of the day, say be take you 6 years, and you bet me there 4 now. Because me obi an ka say ntimi for 4 years because deeper no chance we remember 4 years ane. E dey ka say dey ye pesika ni na e be take be 5 years. 5 years so be go beyond 4 years Ghana for the amount. Ghana for so ma to me no ye ma to me for 4 years. And within 4 years no who you be bia original new now the na there to plan within what is within your means a bit me there. And here the culture president say true no and obetima ye dia maye within 4 years ya onya maye na cars intimi ne den emfaso 2 na aka no to make it 4th year no say abai no nyankopon ya adom ne yesa ko second term a na e be say na sika for 4th year na then we do it abai foforo na beba 2 ne da so then you complete it eye maye dance e be Akufo-Addo de ni bia beka say Ebedu 2027 near Suame Interchange, knowing very well say you don't have any dedicated money.
So let's establish. Is it that there was no funding at the time Amu inherited government?
No funding.
Into whatever Sika Amude area Suame Interchange project say under the Mahama administration.
Yes, GOG funding now. Because first not from I think a free exim bank and nanke ma loan. But that time omo debt exchange no omo haircut ni omo ka bebre ni exchange rate na atipra Ghana ya de no creditors no hold you back ndo man na sika for projects no what had nas and now by papa buy ya yetima bu an ye mai kokoso ndeke ka ho no and yetima try under GOG squeeze to get some money to get the thing down what they mention as basically that is it and we say na obi na ochi for asem pakodo eye mama say obenya sika mamanya 2 no onya 2 ni bia na maka say demedase ebi na dai ebimra bio.
And so you are doing 2 tier instead of the 4th tier.
And 2 tier
it's because of funding.
We are focusing on the first 2 tiers.
Okay.
Which would be like almost the first phase.
Okay.
And do the fan say first phase. And fan say 2 because kind of 2 tier is the 4th tier. We be so much 4 no mu and I'm going to day.
First phase of
I
the
had to say
project.
there, we could see our brosai. Now we need to count the up to 8th or 10th or 6th floor. Now we see care what you there. Is some of the basic pillars they could see 10th floor. Mean minutes come from you know. My more foundation be and see when I mean up to 2nd floor. So by time the minutes could be a bit more 3rd floor, bit more 4th floor. But this is what they mention as here. And as I was there, anyone to see what 10 floors, pillars is now obedient to financial traffic, and also cars and Konya there. At the end of the day, you have not been any help to
so for this one, ended up being Sika ready.
And Atua making some provisions. under 2026 budget, to help us with that. And I'm going mention America say President Besod na nisu be dey ebehu. And you both to be if your president crowd na ni ba behu. Na ordinary behu ye na was say said the mabehu ni die. Ma me hwe se metumi akwakoye magic bia dey aba. On the mention. But as it stands now, discussion this is what we have. President Beba in the course of the month, Obano Nani Behu, Nan commodity any other Koswa. Then we will see if there will be any additional friends. But for now, there 2 tiers, no. I mean, Makache a channel, and we go and resist Obama is cannot call that call out for. Omo family and fantasy. A number drew have a kind and sa. I feel now, because of that immediately. If you never know, mamma drew you. Because of them, I feel back and the other day. There are 2 was any training and 6 now. Now I couldn't have Kufa Mudi. I'll move to 2 for moment and Uncle could do baby and also you could do.
No, your chance here. Move you that way.
And then there, because I met not can say the former minister and council be 2024 my trophy. Neman Bro, our minister, so who baby our horn could do and baby could do. Road minister, President Bob baby, or Bar Kakum, the general Brimponum. Oba na wata mo mic no we busa no daily no aka ho asam beze that be no makotuwa video no de sisi ani adno so beyond major jurisdiction as regional minister.
Right,
that's
walk us through and niam be na mo inherit here
and me buy any na no 612 different projects anana ongoing e be started under JM1 e be so started under Nana Akufo-Addo afari sewua e-blocks ni nyina keka ho ene o agenda 111 dom sakane later no so nyina keka ho ne kosi 612 no the president no be say ye be ye I inherited a new government na ko say projects are abide da bia ye mfa ho ne abai crush ase ne ye gyan na kanwram and what he decided to do is say funds eba no they are dedicated 20% of fund eba no for legacy projects to help us complete them. And the last time I'm checking, I think say 82 of them yet are using the district assembly common fund.
Okay.
Until the district national. Maybe district assembly common fund awarded free Accra and Eba daily. Into district to be any jurisdiction over it per the contract we know. And the sign I was here J at the share district Nancy. So that they can use their 20% to service it. And to do that, and to help the district assemblies, President decided to say, all Mexican and Accra, over 80% of Sesikan in Aba districts, so that the district will be very liquid. It's muti there called Public Account Committee. You realize, say, district will have 1 million in 4 years under President Akufo-Addo. But in this 1 quarter, they were getting like 3 million, 2 million. It is to help so that they can take ownership of these projects. So I mean, let's see a lot of them ahead of end of year, just to signal for people to know, say, we'll be our district, this is what your common fund is being used for. The above offered, Akumadan, Nancy, my school, there be on my renovation every year, be on my complete every year, be a kama. Sophia, no, be no more complete or more polyclinic, no, or more male's ward and a female's ward, and a children's ward, and a theatre account. I had just assembly in the project. And what it means is say projects say the central government neya here mansini no pa yentimi ntwai ye konkra kopisika ba district no liquidity or the best at it. The district no so no bi okra na municipal office omo call ho bi years no muntimi they are able to use some of the legacy fund. It was also at district assemblies no okọ DC madwuma ne sa anyama because baby be free or be adwuma no too much of a headache. And to be a master statistics, we are assembly in Bangalore, and you know some they are home so that at the end of the day, we need excuse not to be at work. Mampon, I know some of the NBC sorry innovate on the district assembly, no. On my way as we speak now, it be to be just an money baby just to help us complete that. And no year at the local level, because me Jumanga say me DC is. The aka nyina ebro ma ho odin so no sector ministry no and I take care of that. And this for instance sector ministry health, ferry defense and I take charge. KNUSC medical center education ministry and I get fund roads roads ministry they take you over and into most of the road projects in the team pesca more my starting most of them are na say me go to for her na me bobo so basically that is it with a year old projects you inherit and do where your first best 6-8 months in office we were more of interested in the legacy projects yeah because end of year then we looked at how best new projects at the bar in the region. To have a big push project, and I make can once new projects. As to a hundred about new projects. A friend say out of Kumasi Ring Road bypass na me call to for na me change we say e be free adura I just saw it here at the acquire jaben fidase kwabre at the remo da kwakosi offenso na bi zo free offenso ababare at the abesina kwadu jama mankranso at the nama batuma kwanoma abe rem be kwai abe remu asa abe pie ejuso say the be akasa kese a omo anywhere ye Kumasi no you can bypass it and get through to Chachiman or get through to Sunyani. Now they call Mali and now they call Burkina Faso. No, you'll be able to do that. It means like a new projects. Ame Krobo to Agogo Road, January 14, and I'm a momo medisi name and focusing manaya call cutting sword hand over site. No, the ma a new completely new project. Or sword cutting name ko. Because the so you could do any move baby ma inspecting and the sword cutting or main cause fuel this is no omo sword cutting na my you do commissioning and I say omo na problem be a kwakọ solve then we'll do that get fund so my 77 projects
get fund
educational because president be say double track new fuel say be managing na go school at the same time no be at the same time mama at the same time. And to the end of year, the 77 projects need to projects need for they are all projects contracts no be geography and master sign. They are my contractors no more grounds.
I see.
And as I speak with you yesterday, just so for instance, medisi you could see Yanaya call hand over sites, and they are my contractors no more. I shall say this street to be I try a secondary school to do na attach one. So that educational infrastructure also able to provide a lot of them. And as I speak with you now, for this first quarter of 2026, a sword cutting for new projects, commencement of work for new projects. If it's second quarter, if you don't know my then I can start my inspections and then can throw more light on what we are doing for Asante.
I see. Now, Mami, Misa about the KJTR market phase 2, what's the state?
And you know, under local government finance ministries, Nanka was under phase 1 and the finance phase 2. Unfortunately, management for phase 1 no be a problem because I'm in the muna high uncle. And you know what's here pay additional budget. Because you're bossing here to build racing, a phase 1 no. And see, Casa phase 1 man and Kababu and to even repay itself and be used to even finance a year phase 2. No, and see, now go on charge at all any president come with the 2026 budget no. What do not provide the funding kaka and the parliament now say on third and to more approve allocations this animal contract and be saying the scarcity be obetimi SPD upwork on it kaka and until now Kumasi the congestion not having tank and wasn't baby because pam more at the point one should any baby be odomoko but you phase 2 no yet me aka crow from so yet me from so now if you were radical in terms of making sure say a coin better how you'll be able to do that.
You mentioned crow
room. In the crow room, yeah, the 24-hour economy market, a funding your day crow room. In the 24-hour economy markets, I advertise 42 of them, air graphics, crow room kahon. Because crow room money dedicated funding from time I inherited and BBR. President, any vice president project of 24-hour economy market to support trade, they decided to say key markets be over. If they say they see completely new markets, they order than your family. Yet me the we are not boama a bicycle akoshe the room that not me. Into Crowflow market, is advertised under 24-hour economy market, and therefore they started process. They be open tender on 26th. They the tender ni bibia award there. Having a sika. KMA at the theater and I know you're 25%. And you know your TMA KMA 25% from last year. Every quarter last year the available. then legally you bet my hand this size can over to contractor and as mobilization for him to be on site and then be able to speed up. You see, I agencies now, but the point is that after 8 years, as I know, be about by fine craft and I say, hey, I don't know one way. There is no money for value for money. There is no this. Until any money be why you call him kaka. I was here trying to making sure to be beyond the nakum as I need to push. Man, you use 24-hour economy market in the upgrade already existing one. And shoot also the same. Majority of the projects need be high beside this say to start a completely new one. But still na me ya etimakuma kakra mamponten de no.
Okay.
Mamponten de na be say this kind of call old one no. But unfortunately I near stand of kakra with contractor no. Enti I infuna my asas for a new market. But still now I'm pushing say however I bet my resolve it. Say the bank be really old one instead of starting a new one. But as of now in a resolution with contractor. You dear also what it to me I say new market ni baba old one no so here yantinya ko 4 years na dey aso ejan funa my asase I person get starting new one but we are still giving it a chance say be betimi ahwe how any contractor ni betimi enya agreement bia e betimi dey wie sa old one instead of starting a new one.
Right. On the Krofo market project we have an idea of cost.
Yes, there's an idea, of course.
I see.
But you're open tender. Because it's here, Bema contractors need ideas of how to adjust and win the tender assignment here. I can't mention the cost
as we speak. The award contract.
In our award here.
Is there any plan, say, more award contract now? Is it within this first quarter?
No, India, 24-hour economic market in India. So, can almost at your training now from first quarter 2025. About Bedruha. And when the Sika, Abiafina, a few Surabana, baby. But the point is that near to me for Sika in my home without having to do due process and I due diligence because I buy Sika no. And to say, well, Sika out to me too, but to know you are moving. Aha, Nuntina, you where process now, I know say because the entire year it was a real award, say, so I can contractors for whom, but variation. The buyer, not percentage, no, was too much. And contracts, so variation, no, 100%, even 80% at the end of the day, you answer a lot of questions as to why variation here more than the original. But the point is that since 2008, you call exchange rate, cost of commodities, these materials, there were 2026, you call 2028 by 20 years. And the year by 20 years, most be 18 years. And the value now under 2008 will not be the same under 2026. Yes. But you can base on that same contract terms and the BBR to approve a variation. I was here enter into a new contract, new clauses, new we say to be able to know say we are doing the right thing. And yes, 26 year 10 than the BBR, they will have the money to go back on site and then work.
Maternity, Convanoche maternity block, any development?
Health ministry. And anything under health. Agenda 111 year completed 10 this year per budget. You read here. And the 10 also you saw a lobby. 2 major ones there. The name Minister Kasa, Health Minister Kasa, you heard some which my boy getting you in this year as part of 10. Call 10 no kind of time regions now. It means say Ubia Benebia 1 be by a between at least 2 near in the area. That is also to tell it's a VAMED, yeah, son, and you in last year. I open operationalizing. I will. Until this year, it means that the number one become one as a coin. The same ministry now, the boy, my maternity block. So we are, and also you when you say a few can see and the regional health director by or more modalities, no staff in this animal, so be able to maybe say when at least if this year to me, and I say we are not to me now. Any of these hospitals come one, then say subsequent years we will be able to get that. But I should indicate the commitment of the minister and the president towards making sure the health sector. And important for me, to be a regional minister now, you lose Dr. Bio Confanochi.
That's right.
No, some afraid later, my neighbor, my mom, pay helicopter, sink funnel, free and for an invasive procedure be usually if we know cardiac catheterization. And you know, heart vessels no block here. Then yes, intervention no more. Na boama blood flow are restored. Ghana ha nyina kran kwan ne bio. And usually so binya heart attack and any of these problems near severe, you need to get the person to Accra. Time bound. Once you may the person to a facility within that time space now, where they will be free. Unfortunately, we lost that doctor due to the lack of facility. No, I remember clearly say the program be brima him for no any Ghana Medical Association the college no the tree and him say mwana. There was even in Asante region ha. I want to thank the president. This is a passionate man. Medical news holding my voice number. I want to thank the president. Say, what boy as I speak with you now, you're constructed back or Confanoche. And you're constructing under Mahama care.
Oh, okay.
A Ghana Medical Trust Fund. ICU were wards were and sign all the other equipments you here for and different cath lab. And the Honorable Bobia Opokudako. Smedanas say that they are some here say a barb on timber two many nomatim boy. I was acquiring soon. Just I speak with you now, construction. A cost was second quarter. Many now because inspection near here. How and see cat lab, Kumasi. Any Ghana in Ananka, a crown quantity be one. Through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Keno. Kumasi Bia or Moya Construction War, Confanochi. And the under health, I can tell you, say, we are well covered. Beyond that, health, the components be war. This should assembly so yeah. That's why we see 2 chip compounds, MIA, across all the districts. And this should be AC2. Obi also no masha I catch them saying Constantine new one, Konoko complete. But we also be a hospital here upgrade. No, sa fund and Libina, Altumang of the North, a Sophia Polyclinic. No.
Okay.
Other districts, most of their commences, health centers, chip compounds, so that at that grassroots level, this was something no support. Now, ministry no support here with the big interventions and no bubbles.
Confanoche Teaching Hospital, you are a share Hugh Confanoche Ase. Mobile more commitment to projects at the same.
But as if you are Hugh Confanoche na a private sector mobilization or the I'm saying because they are who send for donation and to Juma the ECOSO and the two for special initiative. As a government, Confanoche pressure never honor. Because all don't say can't Ubina wouldn't say can't to say the rich hospital now Ubina problem with health and Ubina health crisis. Because no one babaye referral center for not just Ashanti region, but almost northern belt now. And until any abrace a war honor. And he said, we are started so operate here. Referrals need to be called. After it, me bam referrals need to be called. Now you pressure now Confanoche in the soil there. After you can so close the whole block and then do a major intervention, and then you'll be able to do that. And now Confanoche in terms of its renovation, its commitment, yes, I don't want some. And yet to be able to help open up peripheral hospitals, and help them take referral cases, and sign it to me as a government, I will remove with strength. I will Confanoche. But O2 project,
you touched on Afari. What's the state of Afari, you say?
And then also, last time I may follow up, a year between contractor and defense ministry. And that's also the variation call. And my variation, so more negotiations. And I was the finance minister, now as acting defense minister. And I said, and they are working on that. But the point is the variation, whatever improvement must still be within public financial management laws. And they are working on that. Once they're able to have a clear plan with the contractor, they will come back and then make sure we're complete. However, now I'm calling say I've committed to hospital to this year. So I'm make sure say dada sanitation exercise on tries a day and you keep that place clean so that at the end of the day, I'm going to say, what can bushfires be? What hard dream or and all that. And so far, we are still waiting to hear from what will come out of contractor and defense ministry negotiations.
Right. Now, projects in Huasem from Konfanoche Teaching Hospital runabout, Bekwai runabout, Santase runabout, Anyang Kwanta. What's the state roads?
And the roads in the M said, Dodona, yeah. Yeah, try to say Chrome roads, no, you better dualize the Dodona. And the Asokwa to the Ark, Asokwa the Ark to Ahojo. Or the shop of our age. From Ahojo to your friends say Santasi runabout. And the Jaika for na boya. From Bekwai runabout to Santasi runabout, and also your GOG. You dualize. From Kath runabout to Bekwai runabout in Anko. Yeah, there's a can perceive. There's how those I can be able to from the Basa. From Mopa to Mankanso.
Mr. Before you go to Mopa, from Santase runabout to Ahojo runabout, project, no? Is that an MPP project? I'm going to start, I'm going to raise this kind of BBA.
They say, before the BBA, because we are by Mubiom, dollar from Crumbs or more. In the chance of what's now wanting, it's medium ideas in my don't want to 5 ideas in my.
Sir.
Not I want now in share in coachy, I thought now want to know coachy.
Is it to say that Omunim Santase runabout to Ahojo runabout?
Jaika, Eba saw Baba Boagana in terms of these projects. Yes, admittedly, they started the negotiations during normal time, but they couldn't conclude because of confidence and then go for new economy. Thankfully, you buy and no money to Kushia, and I took me no mudin command no conclude here. Do I to publish it ne Facebook wall? What the merchants I told a sign here, Ghana, how be who they are turning a sign here. And at the end of the day, so question Komobiasi. Now, baby, no, it's your concluding commander. And mamma, yet to say, dear, I buy now or Timmy conclude and near the idea of making sure they be implemented. No, I buy an energy and I want now. Hey,
but I had an interview with the mayor of Kumasi. That's a former mayor of Kumasi, Sampine. And he says, Hunkrata, 7 years.
Dino Mania, Omuna 8 years. And because I'm in common year, 8 years old. Yeah, and that's it. You see, it was a 1 year and some 2 or 3 months. And the other day, what you want to say, I'm back. Oh, yeah, ideas. And you know, my dollar neighbor from so honor, not dollar and 17 the account. And as ideas now, more time and now also. And yes, government continues. But the point is that they shouldn't paint a picture as though say, I'm going to pay Sikabia Guhama Yen, David. Yes. Almost at sound common, but Montinian conclude. At first, never conclude sound common.
Now, a lot of development. Yeah, Kumasi and Santiman will be happy, but offer Asokwa Top Martins up to Santase runabout, up to Bekwai runabout, all of that happening at the same time. You know that bang.
That bang, the embassy road means I know Miss Gomunya was asked a question. I don't know who maybe I'm person of the cookie. Okay.
Who timeline?
Timelines, but soon the road minister no. But what I can say is 2026 budget, we are finding seeker for contractors, Omuna resume work. Hopefully, they should be able to complete projects. Because contractor, when you sign a contract, usually we do a demand in the encoso, not better than a white elephant. And as I mentioned, most of these routes, I was here twice. New ones, I was here shadow door now. In fact, started new ones moving into the second quarter.
I see. Now, Saturday, the New Patriotic Party, who would always be more opponents in an election.
Oh, my opponents. CPP want them.
Oh,
I don't want to make them come about.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. CPP.
But the obvious party has said, UP
crowd, UP horses.
Sir.
And the mamma never say, NDC, MPP, send this. NDC, CPP, UP, NPP, GUM. Move from Nanka, I'm so matter. Yeah.
Who MPP to say the Omo Wabontin who nana.
May say UP or No, you see, as a baby, I'm okay. Political parties in the view. Opposition political parties, and I don't see why as I was put the prominence on just MPP.
Yes, but the party that sees itself better placed, the New Petrol.
And so on who what the major will be as fun as about journey, mammy. You before so you before doing come on back at the next election.
But they have elected Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay. Yeah, you that.
There's a suggestion say party need to me can who boom year. Or move to me lead 2020. I win election 2020.
And the Makacho say I won't underestimate any political party. Just as I won't underestimate UP. Just as I won't underestimate CPP. About the Ekotoa. Ghana phone decided baby a omhebeboa. And yes, on my internal elections, on my candidate, UP so being a candidate, CPP being a candidate. At the end of the day, drew her. The bear says will be a whole day. Then this is just apply your strategy. They are winning elections. But if you and I believe he say, irrespective of any of the candidates for any of these parties, NDC, Nakupoya Aduma 2028 will win the election. On the MPP side, no. Emede say o my elected Dr. Bawumia the aka say o mo na mo fa me ame wo fa me opening bibia napo en fa nka ho e maye you say 2024 na March na na say the everybody 2028 yes sir wo mo because at the end of the day Dr. Bawumia when ne permutations na want me nya Asante radio film when na post so na po free ahemfie said the be can yin baby and from my head. Asante region. Yes, I will be soon. You per se at the end of the day, you a voice in government. Wouldn't say a higher MPP stronghold in terms of votes, and the cake and one. I feel NDC, best over 10 in the year. They shouldn't make sure somebody animate na for Asante region. Omu you be also there and Napo and your pay.
Is it that the two of them are a pair that is weak? Is it because it's a weak pair? It's in our pair.
I did that. As for me, can I also the shaman?
Me beside.
Me dear, the American say, yes, sir. My napo. Fanning Campbell, my. Ever my campaign, and then when we were 2024, no year 2028, no. Because I'm more matter, even election last because those who now call back on failure. And Yama Bawumia second chance. I was here man na post second chance. Said the bear Bawumia correcting the mistakes, na post to be my day, correcting the mistakes. But I can say, Wakoma Napo second chance, na Bawumia second chance, and Napo the man second chance. Now it's always BCCA. And yes, sir, said the Omde Bawumia banner. I won't fire na post in the day and come home. Now other political parties said the MPP for asset born ruling no. Omo candidates from use 2024 no. Omo try no form so in the day. Emra said the 2028. You say 2024 scenario na na say replay.
Your activity on social media, it's been a concern for many. Omo a WhatsApp platform and so no. Omo a tewasem they are excited about it. The opposition says, what is that? We have a minister who should be serious. And then the social media,
you 3 dots be ho. Answer. So a cat back be started with B block. Umbio. Now me I don't know ma social media for no any platforms we na kwanya and you may have a kumano entertaining. Go me a doctor and chebi na BP. And do when I say BB who will bo BB how I am a personal page and only RCC page. Open government related information because you see me on social media. And they said, yeah, what me will be doing come on. Sana me social media can meet me know what the personal and come on. What they mention I say. Tebia open just information about what government is doing. You can follow ARCC page, you know. Now I follow Jubilee House page, you know. And they are strictly government. But I be follow my personal page. Now be complaining say me have a personal page, you know. What's all Chile said the menya na. Now all Chile said the military and I see the building for. They say how now the why in the my but the point is that we are in a global community now. Never be brave assistant. Me from time to time it you frame me na mo keto na mo je na ekoso. no more chairman. If we be strict, send out the near Jehopa. Okay, until them cost snap and I'm smoke strict be. Obi how one say platforms new ones but and then my way name rant here by WhatsApp use Mongo Penufradia, what else you use WhatsApp? But you are being left behind. But who because they make up on use and we are never known to make up use hobby. What are the answer? It is generation beyond baby information free. There is a generation of more a year graphic. And 2% target 2 or more. Also, they are no question graphic. No, a bit TV. Person yana also could see TV. No, so we also need TV. So, bear 1 month in the one soda. It's a serum. Me page and now buy there. And it's all when a bema will be Pia Cosso. Now, be how or helter. Now, why, and not an Emma phones to be.
Interesting. When him say, me do ha, nipa bi say, me no be din komono. Obi bisa say, na kojo ya bisa minister man say ye ni free ashanti na ye no education and any other ministry say nya ba for that person we juma na wo ye ro o ashanti region ani nya
me dani pakrasi by see we need to say governor position now you elected and MP position now you elected we decide so my DMP or bant matcha my brem me kwa Sofia ko dibi o ento sa when you will represent Obi the Pakwa representing the president. One a coach and one a nim said the Jumania de echo. The Juma way me my boy in the position that I had to make some appointments. Me I met one no information chair war me say about number 5 man no. And the number 5 no can tell me so bit much go to no call striker. When we are US in chair. President national government. Then I could pay madam. Or the man lucky 60 no. They go lucky 58. Position B I was in mobile medium. So cause I don't go boy cry medium. Once I decide to say, many be age man, intimate so. No one time and 9 got 20 patent call. Me original minister and no as soon a presidency mini. And the for president na per se o ma koya the for mawa. On no abeka say we koya adi.
And come out who do on social media gives a certain impression. I mean, we are politicians, so if you are vying for more, why not? As we speak, o party a certain declaration that Obia or Wabemuno cannot occupy or contest a position that's a national position. Is this something you are in agreement with?
Party and a bunch of depending on the circumstances and the prevailing issues. I am the money panel and answer party make a decision. I remember Honorable Haruna, no MP, was running for National Youth Organizer, or we near or in a Juma Kama. You get the point. In 2 years, I buy Munipa. Now called the party is a party now, Serbia. And as you are free Mukrao, Yama opportunity, I'll bet my day as I their contest. You answer by me now, do my day at all. And this area, I'm with the national chairman. By me, no man resign, no compare national chairman. President Ambassador Sumna, I'm the president, what no higher day. Assuming to Obiane, Nipan and the passion, and then what the person is looking forward to. The point is that whether you disagree or you don't disagree, whatever it is, there is still a way to achieve that. Explore that way and achieve same. No, be a one.
When people got to know you, it was through contesting as a parliamentary candidate. Is it likely, say, you before 2028 election, contesting a position?
MPBR, person minister. MPBR, because a lot of exposure. I go on charge me a minister. And as I speak with you now, I believe say na me want to be mawa and yes say obake kanema boso ni bia e be mana ba mu na man ne de emam. And yes, some the drama some be can we. But as I sit with you here, I can't tell you say me ko bantama and I will come and share north and I will come and share south. Say Danny Drew, now president say me ko kwada so a. Say the mechano, me a player. The president Tom Mississippi I say ko bantama. Ko bantama. But for now, President Besemenye Ashanti Regional Minister Nyaman and also na mayor. Me fashi in Kahu.
Are you still able to make time for church? any adwuma was sorry them hona now yeah.
Baby, enjoy how I'm say or how I'm so na video be about me keyboard and I'm to no man I'm yes and you see what brings people a lot of problem is say e na me ma almost could do baby na niam omo ye dada e mo fulfillment no ma journey na no ma ba do level bia e temporal sa e honey free unsa we ye no are lonely na oni hwe bi a we ye de we enti me kwa so kra na say keyboard is maya binimbo asori na so na kire me what prevents you for as a minister from going to step in when the keyboardist is not in or the drummer or the bassist is not in it ni nyina me gusu ye me ko so aya because I do much the Nyankopon there e dey amament yes I make time and Sundays ni bi o ha na sorry a wo ko na anka na bitimako baby no be invite to another church until almost Sunday be either say me this church or that church but as much as possible I try to keep her up and a keyboard ni sana me obi ofie so until me coffee so am rehearse here bibia so that I won't be ras.
A few times I've seen a number of people ready for you to serve them. Are you able to have time for social life? Social media. Social life.
Social media come on. Social
media. Once a while you can manage it, but do social life and
social life. That's about the people, family, friends. Anyhow, any way you find to connect with them, still keeping abreast with them. Okay, nipa be baha, but I see here as a bigger consulting room than I used to have when I was practicing as a medical doctor.
Okay.
Obu a obaha na obetenase na man listening here no nko akra therapy man. And as much as possible I try to see as much people as I need to see. The mean to me and also I am refer on disease. We are under normal circumstance. The DCs are even well placed to support with most of these issues. But in terms of power and authority there, I will be a minister better than someone who DC. But in terms of really being able to help, no, people work out who DC Ukraine and one bantam and closer than a home minister. And yes, I try to see as many as I can. The mean to me so na Amoakohene DC said DC intimi ana fe DC no de nipa na aba.
Oba I initiate a couple of things attention about Asante. In the year 2026, any plans really be strong kwama yana.
The session is say kutu
say bam.
And now you see I am person my difference no. The me you be akwansi no president. On them sin na nine. To be ekoso Asante region be na Amoakohene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And I want us to see it as such. Say be encourage so na minister na initiate no. President kasa men na menye. Kasa ya no waye. Because at the end of the day, nyama be we are regional minister, you need the other sectors to also help you to be able to achieve same. Ashanti First 2025, Ankopon Chade Babe Buaye. 2026 version also. Because so the touch you know ya started crowd Ashanti Trade Expo and they launched it last 2 weeks in connection with in conjunction with Trade Ministry. And they no you showcase made in Ghana, made in Kumasi, made in Ashanti, made in Africa, BBI from sectors construction, agribusiness, BBI even or Jubilee Park. Whilst they in Jubilee Park no na seminar koso Prempa Assembly Hall and do be o be o ye nneema bi produce o Ghana ha onim ko ba fa so be export ja ko other countries. Ghana export promotion be ba no more church them we we ya betima package ni say dia ko obi o ha e bia o abrochi ohia kente no aton wo ho ohia we no aton wo ho onim ko bia o be fa so be mo so akonya na o ma chechiro mu wo abrochi o be se wo ba wo be se o de nneema ko ne ehun ni sa obi wo so wo ye business e credible wo Ghana o pesenka onya akonya na nkofo so vom sika nka ho no mutimi go faster. That investment opportunity is no do a hotel no what means you only just a plot of the acre of land that wo pesenka the other amenities here them e ka ho. At the end of the day, kwa be na befa so a me sika me wo no betimi nya be ka ho a betimi nya ho ntiase a betimi ma business na grow na me sika here dey grow because at the end of the day so we sika na da a honam vanya hwe em fam faso bia ne dey bro sa seminars no would throw more lights on that to be able to help say the business community in there they be grow. And basically 7 days in explore all the sectors, so that we'll be able to have that attention for yen industry in terms of trade and any business. Whilst doing that, additional tourism sectors activities, because culture, because lake excursion, because football. Yesterday, somewhere last year, you boy in the towns, you best of players. You don't form district teams. District teams, so you're grouping into 8 groups. I know so my back only one zone. Konongo Asante Atum zone. Number on Saturday. We are near do round of 16. Now teams are qualifying now for round of 16. And the Umbaba community be best team amongst them. Yeah, scouts so na young talents no so mo area teams are and I sign up for those way. Beyond that, Eastern region so Miami near Barretta so starting immediate Santi. You really never form a team for Ashanti region. Never form a team for Eastern region near the Akoko Fish. And basically that is what we are doing with football. And I said that you have focus on 17 below because wouldn't mean old dogs, new tricks. 17 for one or more air no moving, who train you more easier and you're able to reshape them easier and better than 24 and all that. And the football aspect, so Koswa, Saturday movie and no, you be for round of 16 and so I shall say culture, food cooking competition, food fair. Nina abe kokoso as in Ashanti Fest 2025 no. And thanks to more I show you some more partner no. As time goes on, you know list of supporters and sponsors no. What we do is say oba. Inja say ebe ju sika se for sika brand new organize no. Who are who the program na man. Say organize for due to so. You be support you be all the publicity and all that. So then go ahead say what banabai ju sika se fa ye debi. The year Ashanti Fest 2016, 15, 2025 no so. Fashion industry, the pamphony fashion sector players no. Where omo ye fashion night, any fashion exhibition. Omo ye omo timi come boom are from Ashanti Fashion Industry Network. Entire she mom na tambe.
Beautiful.
Oh, who's a wife baby? I was a Makonya nam for papa. Makonya nam for papa to be Ashanti Fest. Yes. And the time be how been say normally at entire na breme. E be also money prison. Aye program share prisoners no and sa craft nya de ade. Ti nyama no mbepa mo ho no so bi om de bi breme. Ti mo ayi mejuma ni pa because omo he me yi. Omo say yes program na bi this time omo own or as a group no a push it to be able to do that. We kuma would so once for the first time I couple a din or budget and all that. Nina also bad or one who president who said yeah try a build a community no back a reviving no so per so beboa industry no. Maybe I am no my I think 4 programs. Ashanti Fest the Tomu no mu Jesus versus Judas or KNUST where Akwaba versus Obake e buy attention bebre. Your mama ye baako KNUS Kumasi ya baako Sunyane ye market to do another one Greater Accra. It is to help sell yen local creatives to the world and then be able to attract people to do the right investment. Now say me go Europe ye programs be am omo pay reps from these groups to be able to participate. US for so traba say omo so mra no collaboration so that the Ghanaian community and the other communities interested in African movies and all that will be able to have an access to them. With this, the sustaining effort and commitment we are. I'm sure at the end of the day we should be able to move through Truba, the enclave, Mara, yes, so far so good. And Airbank, because at the end of the day, 15 minutes from airport, you are there. And then you'll be able to have all the fun. And say, Mamanda, Honorable Tourism Minister, the support with the MIA and all that. Nano Baha, MIA, Koya Kotina, and Zuns, Koya Kayakin. Those are Metusunami room. But I have a jade, you come up because Kofono one, you're very professional. So these are the things. Music phones, you know, Mishawa, Adako Nimoya, Tourism Minister Bami, and Noya, Echo. Rapaholic or buy all the support you need to give. I say homecoming 2026 because the point is that as you attract these people back into the region. Because young person be here no dwane konkan. Obi a business here ya no dwane konkan. Ama wo esikafo e wo other regions na ukona profile o mo do na ye nkofo a e wo region. Nti e ma omani aka region mu ni aboa ma omo investment about region. Mama ye nuano me wo ha e pay adwuma e pay opportunities. We also be able to get the needed opportunities right here in Ashanti.
Ye ba no pay ye ni udi nkomo ni nyina ye de ye hwehwe. E dey na wo hwehwe free Asanteman ho.
Mpaibo tie a foot through. Yami we ani o. Na go pon ma dom na mo the time achia. And a beboa ma usmatimi asom mo yie. In fact, me buy as regional minister, nipa bia 100%. I will have my excesses. Bi wo ha 9 bi wo ha obeti aso. Bi wa wan sheda o. E bia na sum de ho na uti aso. Nema bi wo so ade bia is a learning process for us. What defines a leader is say, mpo ofumo a ono ahu se o we de ma anye ni yie. Na watimi correcting ye ekọ. Ye nipa yi de, ebi wo kra wa adwen mu no wo dwen se wo ya adepa. But ABA na akwakọ heti obi. However it is, I'm very thankful say for the past 1 year, 2 months, a chitai, a futu, any nkuransha menya no. I think say I'm one of the favorite and lucky ministers. Maybe a many opportunity like this to serve in the region. Some people a chitai, any odona omo yi na dia cheme no. Eno na me wese me wofa me onuanom me maamenom any abusuafo e wa Asante region. And as your minister, I want to assure you, say, all I will do is to make sure, say, at the end of the day, if you cry, me feel so as regional minister. Now, be kind, I didn't pan be kind. I hear me free, hear me free, mashe. Ucha oketi na matotoria onwe na mbia. Edibetna me say region na. At the end of the day, undimi nanu ngoshi obi manso. Ngoshi obi manso cry ice, becho edwa court. Ni asa boss, asa brabak.